What's up, friends? This is Manni, and Warabots is blatantly lying in their ads. They're showing a game that doesn't even represent the actual game. And I'm gonna show you two of those fake ads right here, and yeah, let's go and have a good laugh, okay? So what you see here first is a tiny destroyer that we are running as the player, and we see monstrous other robots clashing against each other, doing rammings, which there is no ramming in the game. And these robots that you just saw, they aren't this big. The idea here is that they got this big because they collected so many power-ups in this open battle royale kind of world, right? So here you see we're destroying this guy, we're collecting his things now, and now we're twice as big. And of course the graphics with the trees and everything looks pretty cool, and it makes it seem like this is a massive open world where everything is like interactable and destroyable, and you can just get yourself more powerful by always fighting something that's a little bit less powerful than you are. So look at this giant Fujin. Uh-oh, look, there's a giant Arthur stepping on us, and that's it. Now we're so large, we're actually a Titan, and we were so large, hold on, that we are over the clouds. So we're battling other Titans over the cloud level. And by the way, look what the noodle is they were doing there, the Nodens. Look at this. It's flying like a plane shooting flames. It's like so wrong. Nothing of what we're seeing here is correct. Everything is completely wrong. And it doesn't matter. Now back into the next situation. This is still the first ad. We are a tiny Carnage with what seems like Molots on top. Molots are a medium and a light weapon. They don't even have a heavy version of them. The heavy version would be Tempest, and it looks completely different. So this is kind of heavy. So this Carnage basically runs medium weapons then, or light weapons in that case. And there is a giant freaking King Kong thing and other King Kongs, some kind of life forms that are attacking the city that you're destroying and fighting against, which sounds super fun, but it's not part of the game. So now we're reviving this large mech, which seems to be something like a hover. It looks like a hover robot. Yeah, it is, judging by the smile on the back. And now we're taking down these other King Kong things that are destroying the city with it. Like, what the heck? If this was the actual game, you know, then obviously it would be a totally different game. So why are they advertising something that doesn't even represent the gameplay of the game? It's exactly like these other games where you see them running towards enemies on these two, like I show you here. This, right? It's also fake ads. The games aren't even like this, but this is what they advertise themselves with. And the same thing happens here with Warabots. And so here now we're like cleaning the robot, then I have to tap the button to repair the leg, and now the middle body is damaged, which I have to tap. And another thing that isn't in the game, there is no damage to certain components of your robot. The robot is just destroyed when its hit points reach 0. So again, completely lying about the fact that there are no damage models and no parts that you can lose or have damage, like older robot games actually had. Yeah, so this is a Ravana apparently. It doesn't even look like a Ravana, but okay, so now we can repair it, and now it looks like a Ravana, and now it looks like a Ravana after upgrading it. We're upgrading it, and now it's an Ivory Ravana, and has to the left side a massive I don't know, Punisher or something. And now there's a Wasp hanging from the other side. And now there's an Exodus on top, which is a heavy weapon. But the Ravana only has 3 medium weapons. So again, completely wrong. Doesn't matter apparently that, and also this currency here doesn't exist. You know, it's just completely made up. All of this is completely made up. And when you press to battle, what they will lead you to is to install the game. And another thing that's completely made up are the ratings on this Play Store. There is no way on earth Warabots has anything higher than a 3.8 right now. Seriously. The game is so unpopular right now. Everyone who has played it has either stopped or is just barely hanging on. Everyone who I've seen hates the game because it's stealing from its players. It's pay to win to the highest possible limits. It is terrible. The matchmaking awful, game economy awful, hackers everywhere. The stability and lags are terrible. The game is like failing on every front. And yet somehow the game has an incredible rating of 4.6. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. What this tells me is that these ratings are purchased or are faked or something like this. There are immense amounts of fake ratings being generated somehow or something, because there is no way this game has anything higher than a 3.8 the way it's going right now, seriously. Or the last couple of years, actually. It's been falling apart for years now. Alright, let's hop into the second ad, which starts similar, but it's a different ad, okay? So let's start by the way, this looks good. I'm honestly, if this was War Robots and it looked like this, it would look better than the War Robots we have. By far. That's the first thing. And secondly, if they had a game mode like this, like some kind of open world battle royale kind of thing where you run around and you collect power-ups, get stronger, and you fight until you are like the last robot standing, giant skyscraper of a robot because you defeated everything else, that would be an interesting game mode. I would like to play that in War Robots, but there is no such thing in the game. Anyways, let's keep going. So again, we're getting stronger and more powerful. Somebody, this guy in the back there, must have been like destroying massive titans all over the place because he's like a giant skyscraper running around. Look at that. So this part we've already seen, but now comes the other part where we switch to a certain... Okay, so this part with the flying Nodens, okay. So now we are in a different part. So we're destroying this robot from behind, we're getting more powerful, and we can even destroy the environment, which is so interesting. So by the way, this looks a little more like the actual War Robots from the graphics. But what's interesting here is that you can destroy cars, you can destroy buildings and other robots, and everything you destroy will give you material or upgrade bonuses or whatever, you know, you up, like, and they're fighting each other, he's taking both of them out, and there's some experience on the ground that makes him bigger. He can even destroy this building there to get more powerful, but then comes the behemoth that is somehow smaller than the other robots. And now he's like giant and he can always just squish the others. He puts up an additional cannon. Hold on, which robot has that? It's the Hades. The Hades has this kind of cannon that he fires into the building, crashing the building, getting himself yet another power-up that makes him so large that he can now fight the Arthur Titan. Okay, so again, all made up. And if you scroll down here, which comes in a second, you actually see some feedback here. This person here says, with a completely random name, he says it's pay to win hoch 10, like pay to win times 10, and he says in German, the game concept is good, but but you have to pay money in order to be good, and if you want to win. So the normal player with less weapons doesn't win. He could just play, and you will lose against those who have like paid gear. So the guy is giving the right kind of feedback here, but he's giving the game a 5 out of 5. So he's giving it the best possible rating, even though he says the game is terribly pay to win. So how does that fit together? So maybe we have some I don't know how this. I don't even want to speculate about this because it's just weird. Developer My Games. B.V. Okay, so My Games, huh? Not Pixonic, and not, what was it, back in the days, there was this other thing. So, yeah, I don't know. So, there's a lot of stuff being extremely fishy about this, and I would like to play this kind of game mode, but it doesn't exist. So for those who've seen the ads, but never the actual game, this is how War Robots looks like. There's 19 buttons that are supposed to sell you stuff in the main in your hangar. Then there's your robots, and this would be the Ravana that we just cleaned up and upgraded with 3 medium weapons. I have put some older weapons on it just to show you what it looks like when you're not, you know, having the newest stuff, when you're just running an older robot like the Ravana with older weapons and, you know, generally just being mediocre equipped compared to what other people are running. Because I'm not even going to say that the gameplay is bad, because the gameplay of War Robots could be fun. It's a 6 versus 6 on relatively tight maps in various different game modes, and it could be super fun if it wasn't just destroyed by all this pay to win, every robot now flying, jumping, almost nobody's actually walking around anymore, you know, certain weapons being so ridiculous they can just kill you in 2 seconds, and you need like 2 minutes to kill the enemy because he's like almost immune to your damage. Yeah, so there's a ton of problems with this game, and the economy is awful. It's like you're not actually getting anything unless you pay for it, because there is not really any playability in that regard. Okay, let's get over here because there's bullets curving around the map. Maybe I can help against him. Yep, my weapon is kind of like a shotgun at that point. So he's even jumping, flying up now to do the damage. Alright, we have a powerful brawler coming in super short range. And I'm trying to survive with my old Ravana here. And I did. Okay, phew. I was able to get through his stealth. But now I've used up pretty much all of my stuff. And I'm trying to squeeze back behind the corner. It's one of my most favorite maps here. It's Power Plant. It's definitely a good map. And again, the gameplay could be fun if there wasn't so many lags, not so many hackers, if Warabots would actually crack down on hackers as they're supposed to. Here, this is one of the most overpowered, boring robots in the game. I cannot attack him as long as he's flying because he's basically immune to damage at that time. And this guy is stealth. Now he executed me because I was below 30% health. Then he could just press a button and I'm instantly dead. Okay, I can attack from the side now. Not quite finish him off. Okay, so he's destroyed. Wonderful. We've seemed to have cleared the right flank of the map. There is a Ravana hovering up. He got lifted by this Titan. In front of us is a Titan. I'm explaining a little bit differently now in a way that you would explain it to a new player. So there are some giant Titans, you know. They are very big robots. You kind of have to earn them a little bit. You see in the top left, there's a Titan bar and it's almost filled. So I almost have my Titan now. And then I can spawn also my large Titan robot and use it to have a bigger impact on the map. Okay, so there's somebody shooting around the corner. Come on, please, let me just get around the corner. He's using one of these new weapons. You saw my health went down in like 3 seconds all the way. I'm almost dead after 2 seconds of him firing at me. He's using one of those new Screecher weapons or whatever they're called. I don't even know the name on those. They're incredibly powerful. And they just kill you at 500-600 meters range near instantly. And on top of that, they even prevent you from healing. So you cannot even heal your damage back, your HP, when you get hit by these weapons. So I have the entire map approaching me here, it seems. Okay. As soon as I do a slight action, gonna get attacked. Now I take an airstrike. Because in the game there are now things in the air, there are now ships in space, because a robot shooting game needs new power layers where you can deploy airstrikes from above and just kill me through the wall. Super fun. I was already in a 3-on-1, an impossible situation, and then we have airstrikes coming in, nailing me to the floor, and just completely killing me, with no chance for me to get out of that or do something about it. Okay, so there's an enemy Titan in the air. Maybe I can jump forward over these things. Let's see. Yep. Okay, my bullets also go around the corner. Alrighty, I'm hiding here behind the wall. So he's landing over there, and I can still hit him, because nowadays you don't even need line of sight to hit your enemy. You can just shoot around the corner. Okay, thankfully he was not able to hit me. But he's gonna fire again in a few seconds. I got this guy, okay, and I'm still safe from him. And jump. I can jump backwards with this thing. Alright, they also have a Bagliore robot, Bagliore Titan or whatever. I think it was Bagliore, right? So I'm hitting him with my rockets. Okay, and I'm probably getting in troubles because of him. He always finds a way to hit me somehow. Okay, shooting around the corner here. He's still reflecting. He's got the reflector running. Okay, he's reloading, it seems. But I have a problem. I have to get behind cover right here. Okay, made it. Very nice. But he's a very fast robot. He can run in and attack me head on. I'm regenerating some of my HP. I'm getting taunted. There's another Titan coming from the other side. And it's over now for me, because there's only so much I can do. So back in our own hangar here, like I said, the gameplay could be fun in War Robots if it wasn't so decomposed with this insane pay to win. Like those who have the new stuff and want to play with it, they will literally just do this. And you end, and that's it. They delete you from the game by just looking at you for a second. That's literally how much power they will have over you. You are like a tiny ant that they can squish all day long if they want. And that's not a game. That's not a good basis for a gameplay. And then stealing even equipment and stuff from players with the specialization feature, where some people lost hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of modules. They're just taken away, and so the game developer says, sorry, they're not there anymore. No longer can you slap modules freely from robot to robot. And now you have to go through a progression through each robot and lose the ability to use your gear that you have even purchased from real world money before. Stuff like this just kills the game and drives away the player base. It has been happening for years, and that's why I'm also saying 4.6 never in heck. Is that a rating that War Robots has or deserves? It would be way different if there wasn't some artificial rankings being applied there. But yeah, so that's War Robots for you in case you've seen these funny ads. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next video. Manni signing off.